The brain isn't a tidy program that you can simply reset. It is a living landscape. Paths that are walked over and over again become highway smooth, fast, and obvious. When life gets chaotic, your brain doesn't hold a philosophical debate. It takes the highway. Under calm conditions, you get choices. Under stress, the brain prioritizes speed, energy efficiency, and survival probability. That means it activates the circuits that fire with the least electrical resistance, cause the least metabolic energy, have the most practice, carry the strongest emotional associations, and have the clearest dopamine predictions about relief or reward. Before retraining, those are usually the old habits, addictions, impulsive reactions, avoidance behaviors, familiar coping strategies. They fire quickly because they have been rehearsed into perfection. But here is the power move. The exact same biology allows new patterns to become the dominant default if you repeat them enough and in real conditions. Training literally builds new autopilot. Whenever you choose a healthy response and repeat it, several neural upgrades happen. Synapses in the relevant circuit strengthen through long-term potentiation. Communication between the prefrontal cortex and basal ganglia becomes smoother. Dopamine starts tagging the new behavior as relevant and successful. Myelin gradually wraps the new pathway, increasing signal speed. Fewer impulses are required to trigger the behavior. Emotional meaning shifts toward the new pattern. At first, this feels like work. You feel the inner debate, urge versus restraint, habit versus intention, but at some point, the scales tip. The new pattern becomes so strong and efficient that the brain no longer needs conscious negotiation. It activates it automatically. That is when behavior becomes automatic, not a struggle, not a performance, just something you do without the internal wrestling match, like brushing your teeth. Nobody chooses to brush, the circuitry simply runs. Stress then can expose which program is dominant. Stress doesn't make you irrational, it makes you efficient. It removes hesitation and selects the most deeply craved pathway. That means when stress happens, the new automatic response activates. Instead of when stress happens, all destructive reaction happens. Once the rewiring is strong enough, there is no magic in this, no superhuman discipline, just better defaults built out of repetition, emotional reinforcement, and predictable outcomes. Zoom out, and the story becomes bigger than behavior. You aren't only training muscles or attention, you are training the entire prediction and valuation system of the nervous system. Wow, that was poetic. You are teaching it what stress means, what safety looks like, what relief should come from, which actions are trustworthy, which pathways deserve energy and priority. And when the new pattern becomes the path of lowest resistance, fastest firing, strongest emotional tag, most repetition, best dopamine prediction, and least cognitive load, the brain stops rummaging for the old script. It no longer asks, should we go back to that destructive thing? It simply runs the upgraded code. The old pathway doesn't define you anymore because it's no longer the strongest option. The rewiring didn't just weaken the old behavior, it strengthened a new identity with different automatic reactions. This is where neuroscience meets selfhood. You become the person you repeatedly practice being. As Charlie Morgan said before, you are literally what you believe. You are what you believe. So you cannot say I am, insert your name here, as Charlie Morgan said, like literally. You are what you believe you are.